Hi, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. We take highway tractors and we convert them to pull the largest of fifth wheel or horse trailers. And in this video, I'm going to show you a brand new tie-down system that we're using on the back of our RVHaulers. If you're curious, join us. I'm going to show you something new that we've been using for about the last year on our RVHaulers. That's really a multifunctional, flexible way of tying down anything on the decks or the beds that we build behind our RVHaulers. In this case, these customers have chosen to have us build a smart car hauler. Other people may want to load vehicles lengthwise, such as a Jeep or a small car. Now, just to point out, the only car that fits widthwise on the RVHauler is a smart car. A Fiat or a Mini, all of those other vehicles, they're too long and they have to be loaded lengthwise. As well, we can put motorcycles up here, golf carts, ATVs, you name it. We can make the deck a little bit bigger if you want. Now, to give you flexibility, I want to show you a new tracking system. This is an Airline Tracking system. This cargo system, cargo tie-down system, is something you would see in the airline industry. It's called sometimes Airline Tracking or L tracking. And let's talk about the functionality as well as the strength that this system offers us. I'll get you nice and close here to the tracking. You can see how it works. It's aluminum, and you'll see that approximately every 4 inches it has a stainless fastener bolted through the deck. So this particular piece of tracking is 101 inches long, so it's quite long. And what we're able to do, this is a surface mount. You may see airline seats attached with this to a flush mount system, and the capacities that this offers is quite impressive. So the tracking itself supports thousands of pounds of cargo tie down. So this is what's used in airplanes to secure cargo. And the nice thing about this tracking is there's all kinds of attachment systems that we can buy. For instance, this one, if you wanted to just tie down cargo on the bed, we can get this nice big ring, and by lifting this and sliding it forward, this is called a double attachment point. You see it's got 2 lobes that go into the tracking. We push it down and it snaps forward. This ring alone allows you to tie, the working load limit is 2,250 pounds on one ring. The other types of systems are very flexible in that we've got these little bolts that go into the tracking. It goes to any one of these points, so at every inch interval I can put in one of these bolts. What happens is with that little washer system, it locks so that it can't wiggle, and you put on a washer and a nut, and when you tighten that thing down, it can't move. This bolt system allows you to, the working load limit of this is 1,650 pounds. I think that's absolutely crazy. It's amazing how much this tracking system can support. So what we've designed is a chock system for the smart cars, for instance, that utilizes these little bolts. So with all you got to do is loosen this nut, and this chock drops in place. And of course, what's nice is I can slide this chock or position it in 1 inch intervals. We've got a chock system for motorcycles, for golf carts, and of course we've got just generic tie-down systems. There's all kinds of these things that you can buy. The way we've also designed this chock is you'll see it has these slots built into it. So I can move my chock forwards and backwards. So if I've happened to drive my car on maybe an inch left or a couple inches right, no problem. If I put it on a little bit crooked, no problem. If you look at my earlier designs, we had holes drilled into the bed. So that was more of a static solution. If you were a little bit off when you were loading the vehicle, you still had to put the chock in that one limited place. As well, you'll see that we've changed over to a strap system. So these are custom straps that I have made. I'd point out these are created by a real company. These aren't just sewn in my sewing room. These are made by a company. They're tagged as well, so I can't quite pull this out. Oh, maybe I can. The working load limit on this, on one strap, is 2,000 pounds. So honestly, I could lift the entire car with this one strap. The working load limit of this ratchet system here, that's 10,000 pounds. So when we kind of add up all of these systems, there's no weak link, right? We've got the 2 bolts that are holding this chock are over 3,000 pounds of working load limit. One chock, 3,000 pounds. One strap, 2,000 pounds. The whole cargo system, this one track alone, is multiple thousands of pounds. So it's pretty flexible, pretty strong, and pretty safe. Make sure if you are traveling that you have wheel straps that are tagged. So if anybody ever stopped you to wanted to look at your load, if it's something that you built yourself, they don't really meet DOT standards. These ones do. Now let's just talk about those straps for a little bit. You know, in previous videos you've seen that I was using a wheel basket system. I found that you know, we had to mount D-rings in the bed on the other side of the wheel. So I've gone away from that. I feel that these are really secure, right? By having the chocks snugged up against all of the tires, we've reduced any fore and aft movement. And by putting these, you know, 4 straps in here, the car is floating as well. So we've tied down the wheels and it allows the suspension of the vehicle to continue to operate. So it's not like we're compressing down on struts. The car floats a little bit. But I think the solution has been working really well for us for the past year. We're also using this tracking system for loading vehicles from the rear. So if you are putting a Jeep up here or something lengthwise, maybe a 4-seater ATV, a side-by-side, something like that, we can strap it down using these tracks. So here in the yard, bring me your truck if you'd like us to do some custom work. Here we go. We got the RV hauler named Orion. We're just finishing this one up. We've got a bed build going to be happening with that in a little while. This is a Freightliner. We've got the Volvo named Axel Rhodes that's being converted, about to be single. And we've got another Kenworth in the yard that we're going to be doing some custom work to. And we've got more in the shop. Wow, thanks for your patience today. If you'd like to see more of what we build at RV Haulers, I'm going to bring some videos up here on the screen. So click on those if you're interested. I appreciate your patience, and please continue to drive safe. And thanks for watching my videos.